My name is Mike. This is Emily. And in the role of Chester Bennington this afternoon is each of you.
So Linkin Park are officially back, and they announced the name of their new singer, their new album, and even a tour already. So the newest addition to the Linkin Park family, instead of course the late Chester Bennington, is Emily Armstrong. And in all honesty, I was a bit skeptical when I heard first that Linkin Park was going to introduce a female vocalist instead of Chester Bennington. But in all honesty, Emily sounds pretty nice. Yeah, in the very first songs, it really looked like Emily was really struggling, but not really because she was a bad vocalist or anything like that, but because the pressure on her was pretty enormous. And you can actually hear how nervous she was, and especially on the higher notes. But once she was able to a bit, get more familiar with what she's doing right there, and obviously got over that initial fear of performing, basically after the first couple of songs, she started sounding much better already. So, in all honesty, I think this is the best possible addition to the Linkin Park family the boys could have done. And possibly if they would have invited someone, with a very similar vocals to Chester Bennington, a male who would look like Chester, most likely the fans would never be able to accept this. But this edition is actually, the best one they could have done. That's at least in my opinion, obviously. But in addition to everything, Linkin Park announced their new logo, which you can see on the screen right now, and of course their brand new album titled From Zero, which will be out this November 15th already, and which of course you can pre-order already on linkinpark.com in gazillion different formats, and which I'm sure Linkin Park fans will get pretty crazy about. Once again, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really that much of a Linkin Park fan, but even I'm excited about this because it's kind of part of your teenagehood. Linkin Park is one of those bands that everyone has been listening to when they were younger, and it's absolutely great to see them back on the road, especially after that hard hit that they withstood, apparently. And of course the band could have not just announced a new album, but they also dropped the very first single from it, titled The Emptiness Machine. Well, this single is pretty much exactly what you would expect from Linkin Park if you were a longtime fan, and this is basically the best possible announcement of the band's return, at least in my opinion. And the craziest thing is that you will actually be able to most likely hear this single on the road very soon, as in addition to everything, the Linkin Park family has also announced a world tour titled From Zero, just like the newest album will be titled, which will commence on September 11th in Los Angeles, and will go on until November 11th in Bogota, Colombia. So it's just a couple of days as of right now. It's California, New York, Germany, London, United Kingdom, South Korea, and Bogota, Colombia. But I am more than sure that the band will announce more dates very soon, because the first dates are all in September, then they have a huge break of October, and then the last date is in Bogota is on November 11th already. So they've got at least a month and a half to squeeze in more dates for this. But yeah, nevertheless, Linkin Park are back, and even though I'm not really a fan of this band, I'm super excited about it. But what do you guys personally think? What do you think about Linkin Park? What do you think about the latest addition to the Linkin Park family? Do you think that Emily Armstrong is a right vocalist for this band? Of course, given the circumstance, and of course no one can replace the late Chester Bennington, but given all that, do you think that Emily Armstrong is a fit for Linkin Park? And are you about to see the boys and the girls on the road on this tour? Please let us know in the comments. Yeah, woo, that's interesting. Yeah, but we'll make sure to speak a bit more about it in our upcoming Metal Digest on the main channel this Saturday, so don't miss it. We'll prevail. Slava Ukraini!